Hi friends of cocktails, today we have a special episode because it's November 19th and that means it's our director's birthday. Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks, man. But it's not just my birthday, it's also Kevin's birthday, so happy birthday to you too, man.
Oh man, you remembered. Thanks. So we were born on the same date, but Robbie's old.
Oh, people don't need to know the details. Just let them know what we're gonna do today.
Okay, we need to toast. So you'll make a cocktail that I picked for you.
Sounds good. And then you make a cocktail that I created, and I want to hear your honest opinion on it.
Perfect. Let's start.
If you don't mind, can I?
Of course.
I always wanted to say it.
You have a birthday, be my guest.
Let's start. It's cocktail time.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. Here are the instructions and I'll leave it to you, so there's no pressure.
Sounds good. And I'll try not to break any of your bar tools. Before I start, make sure to leave a comment and let Kevin know what cocktail you'd want him to make you for your birthday. Let's do this. Robbie, I know that you really like the granddaddy of them all, the old-fashioned. So for this special day, I think you'll really like this
interesting twist on the eternal classic. Before you start making it though, I'd like you to try the main ingredient in this birthday recipe, Woodford Reserve Rye Whiskey. Rye whiskies were a prevalent American whiskey in the 1800s. After the Prohibition, rye whiskey largely disappeared and was replaced by noticeably sweeter and full-bodied bourbon. Luckily for those who love a bit more spice and fruitier notes in their whiskies, the beginning of the 21st century brought us a small but growing revival of rye whiskey. Woodford Reserve Rye uses a pre-Prohibition style ratio of 53% rye in its mash, making spice and tobacco the dominant note, among a sea of fruit, floral and sweet aromatics, which yields a nice sweetness and overall balance. And a balanced spirit calls for a balanced cocktail. You'll make a stirred cocktail, so start by chilling your mixing glass. And thanks for not using the crystal one, it's quite expensive. First thing you'll add is a bar spoon of maple syrup. Maple syrup has approximately 67% of sugar, which is almost the same sugar content as a 2-to-1 rich syrup. Because of that, we don't need to dilute the syrup. Once it's open, keep it in the fridge, that way it will keep a lot longer. Next, let's add the bitters. 1 dash of my homemade allspice bitters, which will pair nicely with the spiciness of the rye whiskey. And 4 dashes of cherry bitters. This will enhance the dried fruit flavors of our next ingredient, the Gonzalez Baez Cristina Oloroso Sherry. Sherry is fortified aged wine from Andalusia, Spain. The Oloroso Sherry is aged following the traditional Solera system, where the wines are blended in American oak casks. So blending sherry with American whiskey makes a lot of sense. 7.5 ml or 1/4 ounce of this medium dry sherry will give enough character without overpowering the star in this cocktail. And speaking of, add 60 ml or 2 ounces of Woodford Reserve Rye Whiskey. Released in 2015, it has won many awards, including a gold medal at this year's San Francisco World Spirit Competition. Now add ice and stir this cocktail for about 30 seconds to chill the cocktail and get the right dilution. This recipe and the cocktail aren't the only gifts you're getting today. Here is the gift of a helping hand, bringing you a chilled glass with a clear rock of ice already in it. Once you're done stirring, just pour the cocktail. I bet your mouth is already watering by now, but be patient. You still need to give this cocktail the final touch, and that's the garnish. Like in your typical old-fashioned, a spray of orange peel will add a bit of citrusy freshness that will enhance the cocktail. I'd recommend flaming the zest, which will work great with the tobacco notes. But just be careful, I told you. And now, enjoy your very own birthday old-fashioned. You know, because you're old.
Thanks. I'll take it from here. If you don't mind, I'll give this a try, since you still need to make a cocktail for yourself. Cheers. The first smell and taste of slightly burnt orange transforms seamlessly into the dried fruit notes of both whiskey and sherry. The spiciness from the rye whiskey and the allspice is balanced perfectly, by the cherry bitters and the sweetness of the maple syrup. The long aftertaste is a perfect mix of these dry, spicy and sweet notes with a subtle velvety mouthfeel. I love it.
And I love having you on my team. I feel blessed to call you my friend and wish you only the best. Enjoy this cocktail, and here's to many more Cocktail Time episodes. Cheers, my brother. But don't drink all of it. I still need to make your cocktail. For me. What's it going to be?
Here you go. Grab your shaker and I'll tell you how I came up with it.
Kevin, this cocktail is my gift to you. Because without you, it wouldn't exist. That's because you got me
into the world of cocktails and mixology. And that's the reason why a friend of mine, who likes ginger very much, got me a bottle of Jägermeister Scharf for Christmas last year, with a task of creating a cocktail with it. So add 50 ml of this herbal liqueur with an intense ginger kick. Because I knew this would need some extra body, and since I had an almost empty bottle of whiskey and needed the cupboard space, we'll add 15 ml or half an ounce of Jack Daniels. We have lemons growing at home, and since a couple of them fell down, it was only right to use them. So why not make a sour? Add 30 ml or 1 ounce of lemon juice. On the day that I created this cocktail, we had homemade gnocchi for lunch, and I used an extra egg yolk and needed to do something with the extra egg white. So add an egg white, which will give this cocktail that nice frothy head. That extra egg white is really what got me started on this recipe in the first place. To balance the cocktail, you'll need something sweet. We happen to have some extra ginger at home after we didn't use it all in smoothies, so I made this 2:1 ginger syrup with demerara sugar. We'll leave the recipe in the description if anyone wants to make it. Add 22.5 ml or 3/4 of an ounce for some sweetness and that extra kick. For an additional touch of freshness, and because I love mint, get a sprig of mint, take off the leaves, spank them, and add them to the shaker. And lastly, from what I learned from watching Cocktail Time with Kevin Kos, a drop of saline solution to enhance all of the flavors. And that's ready to be shaken. I know you don't need instructions for this, but for anyone that hasn't made a sour cocktail with egg white before, shaking with ice first and a second time after discarding the ice gives the cocktail a nice, thick, foamy head. You'll see it in a second. First, a chilled glass is needed. Because I know you like sustainability, I thought you'd like the story behind this cocktail. Sometimes you just need to check what you have lying around and try to create something beautiful from it. My girlfriend loved this cocktail, so I named it Ginger Love. For garnish, take a cocktail pick and put a nice sprig of mint and homemade candied ginger on it. You didn't think I wasted the ginger from the ginger syrup, did you? Oh, and a spray from a lemon zest, which you'll discard. You just want the fresh aroma from a homegrown lemon.
This is a nice surprise. It looks like a ginger minty twist on the Morgenthaler's Amaretto Sour. But let's try it. Lemon zest and mint provide a fresh aroma, which gives way to the spicy kick of ginger from the Jägermeister Scharf and ginger syrup. It has the typical creamy mouthfeel of an egg white sour cocktail, with a balanced sweetness-sour ratio and a herbal freshness from the mint. Whiskey is a little lost in all of the flavors, but provides just enough body, so it's doing its job. You made one hell of a cocktail, Robbie. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. And now, finally, cheers, birthday buddy.
Cheers. It was great having you on the show.
Thanks.
And I hope you all enjoyed in this episode.
Kevin, before we finish, I have one more thing for you. I think this will go nice in your collection.
Thank you
Happy
very much.
birthday, man. I knew you'd like it, and I knew it fit right in with your collection. I have to say I'm extremely grateful to be a part of this team with you and Sasha, and I can't wait to see where cocktail time takes us. The passion that you have for creating cocktails is contagious, and it's the driving force that brought us all together. And I hope that your fire of creativity keeps burning bright. I wish you all the best on this special day.
I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. See you all next week.
And I'll see you next year. Cheers. Which one do you like better?
You know, I don't like cocktail old fashioned.
Yeah, no. More for me.
Woda.
Okay. And thanks for not using the crystal one. It's quite expensive. Okay, here are going to. So here's how. Okay, so here.
Drugie. Ja ne vem.
Moje pismo sem imel noter nazaj.
Ja, voda. Cool.
Thanks for watching till the end and for your support so far. If you like this episode, share it with a friend. And as always, cheers.